Okay, Kitty, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you right now because that's what I got to do, right? Like, I am not, I don't know. I'm not feeling excited about doing this reading. I don't know why. I just, it's not, I don't know. I'm just kind of like apprehensive. So we'll see. I don't have my special lover spread that I normally do. I don't have it. I have a lover spread. But I'm not necessarily meaning that this is a love thing. So let's just see. I'm using my trusty kind of my bland deck. I do have the Enigma deck, and I do have the Romance Angels just in case. Give us some further clarification. I don't know, man. I don't know. And I know what it's like to get in that cycle where you're constantly doing readings, or not constantly, but you're continuously, or a lot of times doing readings on yourself. So I get it, but this is good because I'm like buying stuff on Etsy that I don't need to be buying. I'm telling you, they're like these antique, like creepy ass dolls, and it's like I was never a doll. I had a dollhouse growing up, but these are creepy, like vintage dolls, and it's like I'm obsessed with them. Like the whole time I was at Aaron's, I'm looking at this shit, and he's like, okay. And then there's this stuff from the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s called chalkware that's like super cool. And I'm looking at that stuff and whatever. So anyway, let's see. I mean, as you know, the Tower and the Death card, if you do have to get them in, you want to get them reversed. Honestly. I mean, and I started watching the documentary, so I'm into it. So, okay, I'm just going to do a Celtic cross, I guess, because I'm not really sure what we got going here. So, 5 of Swords reversed, 9 of Cups reversed, Strength card reversed, oh Lord, Ace of Cups reversed, the Emperor reversed, 8 of Cups reversed, everything's reversed here. So, oof. All right, so right off the bat, we have the 5 of Swords. I mean, if you're going to have to get the 5 of Swords, have it reversed. Am I right? Because seriously. Just want to make sure I get this right. Yeah, because the 5 of Swords is conflict. It is reversed, so there's some kind of conflict that you're coming out of. And of course, when I see the 9 of Cups, it's a love conflict. That's what it is. I mean, after a period of conflict, you are ready to change, apologize, ask for forgiveness, make amends so that you can move on and create a more fertile ground for new ideas and collaboration. There's stress going on, so it could be that if you guys are like kind of, having conflict and that kind of thing. The 9 of Cups reversed too is like, look, rather than looking outside for happiness, look within. How do you define it? How do you define success? Change your definition of success, which we've kind of all had to with COVID and stuff like that. So I think this 5 of Swords is kind of just revolving around, emotional turmoil and just restlessness is what I'm getting. It's a temporary energy, not a big deal, but it's definitely the current situation. So some unrest in the love department, a little bit of conflict, a little bit of, I don't know if you guys have been like arguing more. Maybe, also his son was here. So that caused probably, even though it was probably a good visit, there was, it still changes the dynamic of your relationship while he's there. You know what I mean? So what is crowning you is the Strength card. And, what's on your subconscious. When I see the Strength card reversed, it's like, Lord, give me strength type of a situation. And I kind of feel like that's, where you're at. I feel like you don't feel as strong as you normally do. And this is what's been on your mind. So you're a powerful force. You need to reconnect with your inner power. in a constructive way. This is the second time that constructive way came up. So I think you might just be burdening yourself with worry for no reason in this instant. That is a major arcana. So, I think it's, if you maybe don't change your mindset, there could be an upset. So, just something to be mindful of course. You do have the strength. You do, you're doing good. You're not going backwards. Because I even see, like, if you look at the strength card, she's looking backwards. You want to look forwards. Don't look backwards. Look forward. Okay. In your recent past, you have the Ace of Cups reversed. Obviously, the Ace of Cups is about new beginnings in love. When it's reversed like that, you're experiencing a flood of emotions. You're keeping it contained and hidden for others. And, you're a Cancer. So that's what you do. So, and then when moving forward, we have the Emperor. Emperor is reversed, and the Emperor is, so I hope the Ace of Cups, I don't want to over-explain the Ace of Cups. I just feel like it's just being, overly emotional at this point. And even though it's in the past, it's in the recent past. All right, so we're moving on to the Emperor, which is the card of Aries. Possibly the first thing I thought of when I saw the Emperor reversed is, things should improve in April, because that's March, April, okay? But it's also about a power dynamic, a power struggle, however that resonates with you. And again, it's like I see the Emperor and I see the Strength card together, like just, it's reversed. And it's just like, come on, get your power back. And you're the one taking your own power away. It's not even anybody else. Emotionally, you're emotionally abusing yourself. Does that make sense? I don't know. Foundation for the spread is the Eight of Cups reversed. As we all know about the Eight of Cups, it's about walking away from that which does not serve you. It's reversed. Foundation for the spread. Should I stay or should I go? You're caught between disappointment and making things better. And you want things to improve, not sure how to go about doing it. These two cards are related, the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Cups. Again, it's just that same, sort of energy here of just emotionally abusing yourself. I don't know. Okay, so on the other side here, we got, you got the Death card reversed here too. So, yeah, but I like where the Death card is, so we'll go over that. So how you see yourself, Two of Pentacles, juggling. Lots of responsibilities, even, just a lot on your plate right now. This is how you see yourself, as juggling. It's a temporary energy again, but I do feel like, you're keeping afloat. You're keeping everything afloat, even if the waters are rocky. Not a bad thing. Two of Pentacles is pretty good, because it's about earthly, everyday junk. How other people see you is the Knight of Pentacles, which is funny because it's all earth energy. So the Knight of Pentacles is the most reliable person on the planet. Not the most exciting person, the most reliable. Believe me, I'm acquainted with the Knight of Pentacles because I'm basically, anytime Pentacle comes up, it pretty much represents me. So this is how you are seen. And even though Randy's the Virgo, you guys are symbiotic that way. So, but it is saying you need some self-discipline, some systemic thinking, not just just systematically sit down and map out, instead of doing one-offs, you know what I mean? Towards a common goal that you guys both have. Routine is going to feel a little bit stifling to you, but it's going to be good in the end. And I know you're probably out of routine because of being furloughed. So, that's kind of what's going on now. Now, again, you got the Death card reversed, but this is in your hopes and fears. And, you're fearing change. You're fearing any kind of change. I see a little bit of maybe arguing but the only warning to me is, you don't want to drift apart, but I'm not seeing anything that's jumping out at me like, oh my Lord. But I think the Death card showing up reversed is just this extreme fear that you have of any kind of change, or you're waiting for the other shoe to drop, or that kind of a feeling. And it's a fear at this point, but you don't want to let it govern and rule your life either, right? In the outcome, you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant to me usually is about, soulmate connection. It's also working as a mentor, a teacher, a guiding authority, which is basically what Randy is doing. And you are an integral part of that. And he recognizes it. You know it. He couldn't be doing what he's doing without you. He totally recognizes that. Bottom of the deck, you have the Star card. Man, this keeps coming up, and we're in Aquarius season. Wish fulfillment. I'm going to read exactly what the Star says in this case. I feel like the Star is coming up all the time because we're in Aquarius season. It's the age of Aquarius. We're in an Aquarius season. It's a good card. I mean, it's the wish fulfilled. It's the bottom of the deck. So this is a powerful time for inspired action channeled through authentic self. So this is what we've talking about, like branching out. It's not going to affect your relationship with Randy. He understands that this is a passion of yours, and you're also available to help him as well. Stay true to yourself, have faith and trust in the universe, and you will share in its gifts and blessings. It also goes back to the point of don't do too many readings on yourself, because I know it ends up being detrimental. I mean, it does. It really, really does. I did it. I got into it. I had to give my decks away at one point to a friend to hold because, oh, how nice. The soulmate card wanted to come out. Yay, what'd I just say? The Hierophant to me is a soulmate card. I mean, it can represent other things too, but we're talking kind of about your situation. But because Randy works in higher learning too, he recognizes you as an equal partner, But the Star card is saying, okay, that's cool, but I want to do my own thing too, which good. Same with the Death card, embrace that change as well. Getting to know each other. So as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So you want to keep that. You want to keep that communication. Keep that communication open. So maybe you guys aren't really kind of like ships passing in the night. Maybe you guys aren't talking as much, or maybe there's things that need to be addressed that you're not talking about. But I feel like it's a temporary energy. This Five of Swords is like, people are tired too, People are tired and worn out. And sometimes, sex and marriage and love and our partners are the last people, we neglect them the most. We help people that are like acquaintances or, whatever. And then it's like, oh my God, I'm neglecting my relationship. So getting to know each other. There might be some things you guys need to address. All right. That one flew out. You saw it. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to the higher level of commitment. I know you guys live together, but again, when I see this ascendant, yeah, he definitely has spurred you on. And as far spiritually speaking, I don't want to say you couldn't have done it without Randy, but he's, again, a integral part of your spiritual journey as well. And he's very open to it. Not that I think that this is even an issue. It's just, I'm just saying, when I see the engagement card, you guys are already living together. I mean, maybe you guys are talking about marriage. I don't know. That's not necessarily what I'm thinking. But when I see the ascending, and then you got the Hierophant. So it's like, this is a spiritual connection that's not just going to be broken by, stuff. But at the same time, you got to tend to your garden, nurture it, because this Ace of Cups reversed is showing, just a little bit of trouble. And I feel like it's just a lot of, with this Two of Pentacles, it's a lot of exhaustion. It's a lot of just being overwhelmed with things and, all that. And then plus the Sun was in town. So, all right. So 2 cards. I'm not feeling those 2 cards. I'm going to put them back in. It was Fire and Magic. I don't know. I wasn't feeling them. All right, universe, if those were meant, give them back to me. Come on, fly out, fly. Fly, little birdie. All right. Well, okay, cool. We got the Oracle, the Soul, and the Hierarchy, which is similar to the Tower in this particular deck. So I'm going, and it's card number 40, card number 34, the Soul, and the Oracle, which probably represents yourself. But let's go ahead and read. These cards are just such a mystery to me sometimes. It's like I can read them intuitively somewhat, but the Hierarchy, again, is similar to the Tower, but this Tower is it's about building. Okay, it's about building. So it's a good card. So we're going to start with that first. So Hierarchy is about established belief, which is the same as the Hierophant, tradition, gradual progression, ascension again, ambition, and secrets. So we got ascension again. And it is about ambition, and it is about hierarchy similar. It looks like the Hierophant would be, located in this building. It's the key, You guys each have a key in this. I like it, but it is about building on things. Relationship wise, what you want to do with tarot, all that stuff, The Soul card number 34, is about radiance inside each being, driving force, curiosity, and outreach. And again, it's self-care too. When I see the soul, self-care, taking care of other people before you take care of yourself, I think is wearing you out, running you down. Next card is the Oracle, which, is basically you. Piece of knowledge, access, a request, asking a question and finding answers, which is what you're doing. But I think the answers are within. I mean, I think it's helpful to hear it from another person, but the answers are within. So I hope this helps. If you need any clarification, I can pull like a couple cards. But I mean, to wrap up, there might be some, conflict, back and forth. Nothing, I don't know. Nothing, serious. But, I still, I still see the soulmate connection, all that kind of stuff. But just, I kind of also feel like, you're, just the negative stuff is coming from internal, and some of it sure is external, like you said, and it's hard. There's a lot going on. But it's strong. It's just, you got to find your inner strength for your inner peace, basically. So I hope this helps, Kitty. Let me know.